Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Minecraft Survival, and we are up here again on our wonderful stairway. And I don't know if I showed this last time or I may have added it in between, but we've just got this sort of perimeter around because creepers kept on dropping in. But yeah, I started up here so I could show you what I've done so far. The grass has actually grown through up until where I put all the dirt, which is very nice. We've also got these pistons, which underneath have jack-o'-lanterns, which allow the light to shine through, which I've done on a majority of these side path sort of things, the borders, as it were, because they look quite nice and they just light up pretty well. I have put this up here. This is not exactly the best looking thing, but it's currently just a temporary thing to have until we can get some glowstone and get some light better concealed places, because under here is the under pathways, so we can't really have jack-o'-lanterns just randomly spouted around the place. But yeah, it's grown all the way through here, up through here, and down here, with a couple of these every so often. And this is mainly where I finish with the pistons, mainly because I have like 2 pistons left, and I'm keeping those for now just to sort of have some. Yeah, up here is pumpkins. This is that one jack-o'-lantern I was on about a second ago. Up there it's the cows. I'm waiting for one to just grow. And down here is where we haven't actually changed at all anything, except this one thing, and well, 2 things actually. This one thing, this is something I'm going to, well, it's currently not got a use. It's here, but it's not got a use, not just the button. But if I press this, it pulls back this these 2 bits of stone. And the plan is to eventually have it so that that drops down to somewhere. I just need to work out a way to open it from the below as well. But what we're actually going to have a look at is one thing, and then we're going to do something else, hopefully. I don't know if it will work in this version or if it's even worth doing it, considering 1.8 is coming out soon. But this is something I normally do. I did it in the last survival thing. And it is a sorting system that isn't currently finished. The reason for this is I was an idiot and put all the signs down first. That's one idiotic thing, so I haven't been able to put the wood there. It is fully updated to 1.8. We're currently not in 1.8. We're in 1.7.4, even though we're in 1.7.5 currently. It's just no Optifine is out for that, and it runs a lot better with Optifine. 1.8 is just currently too buggy and is a bit jerky, so I can't really play too well on it. I've just been on there to sort of have a look at the new blocks and be able to find out where they are so I can put them on here. So yeah, we've got the granite, polished granite, diorite, polished diorite, andesite, and polished andesite, and all that stuff. Going down here, red sand, which we never actually found in the old world, and all this. This is actually in the old world, on the old server. I actually only did it with items I thought I was going to use. This is actually with every single item currently, and there's only one spot missing, which is the very last one over there. It doesn't actually line up properly. That is because there is an odd amount of items that we can actually obtain. So as you can see, stone, wood is here, and the last one is nether quartz, because I basically went through the creative things. Because actually, I didn't realize, but you can actually have 2 Minecrafts open. So I opened up this one, and I opened up 1.8, and then I just put the signs down because I had the 1.8 in survival, in creative. I've also put 2 sets of the piston things down here, so it lights up pretty well. We are currently it just goes between 12 and 10 each time. But yeah, we have all this going through. Some of the stuff we may not get, like use, we may not use. But it's all there in case we do, and the plan is to eventually obviously have it all set up. Now, obviously, we will need a lot of hoppers for a system such as this, and the plan was, the first plan is to get more food. I'm genuinely just running out of food quite quickly. I don't know why. It seems a lot quicker than normal. It may be because I'm running around a lot, just because of the not having to double tap and having run keys just makes it a lot nicer. So that's all set up, but we need a lot of iron. I haven't actually worked out how much iron yet. Oh my god, what are you doing in there? Oh, we got Monster Hunter. Apparently I hadn't killed anything. I think my achievements either reset or I didn't get prerequisites, but we need a lot of iron. I went caving in that thing. I kind of want to keep these here because it's quite nice, so I'm not going to use those currently unless it gets to a very needy situation. But yeah, I've got a few bits of iron. I've actually got 63 in here because I just basically went into that cave and dug out a load of iron, and there was a load in there pretty much. And that's including making new tools and stuff and all those pistons. So we have a lot. So what we need to do, or I want to do at least, is I'm going to bring everything in here, and I want to just have some chests set up with some items that we can put in there. So I've currently got a spare chest, which I had some other items in. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down there and we're going to just sort of set up. We got some wood, and hopefully we're going to try and set up. I'll just drop down here. We're going to set up a starter for the sorting system. It's not actually going to be sorting yet because I've not got enough iron. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all the items I have here, set up a chest for them outside here, just so we actually have some sort of thing set up in here. And then I'm going to move on to the next thing. So I'll see you once that's finished. Okay, so I actually realized fairly quickly that due to double chests being a thing, we would need quite a lot of iron to be able to complete this. Because, for example, sand would be, if I can find it, it's down here somewhere. Sand would be here. However, for this to work, we need a trap chest, and you know, to get trap chests, it's a bit of iron per. It's like 1 iron per 2, and it's a lot of crafting. And then you know, we just generally won't have enough wood anyway to get all the chests that we need. So for now, I've just placed them equally. So some have stuff in, like gold ore has stuff in, dark oak planks have stuff in, cobble, dirt. Obviously these don't because they're not in our game yet, and stone has stuff in. However, the rest have just been sort of thrown in there. Now the plan for today, the main plan, was obviously to get a lot of iron. The reason even more now is to get the trap chest and the hoppers to create the system, and then we can work out getting the chests at a later point, because all we need is 2 logs for one single 2 logs for 1 chest, which is, when you're thinking about trees, not too much of a problem, and we can sort that out later. So we need iron. Now how do we get iron? Mine it, yes, but there's only really, in the area around us, there's only really a limited amount, even though we are in a cave and there is a few bits lying around everywhere. Now not the only other way, but one of the easier ways is to instead get an Iron Golem farm. Now we are still in 1.7, so this does currently work. We are in the same version that I was running the old world in, so we do know that this definitely works. However, I just realized we need hoppers to get this to work, but we have 63 iron, that is fine. But yeah, we're in the same version. I actually went on 1.8 just before I came on, and I did test out burning a Iron Golem, and it did seem to actually drop a rose or a poppy, at least 1 poppy. I think it was 1 or 2 poppies. I don't know. I tested with multiple golems, so it might just be 1 poppy per golem, and multiple iron. So I'm not sure, because there was a lot of controversy, obviously, over the whole pigmen not dropping gold ingots and gold nuggets, I think, and also the Iron Golems not dropping iron. Now, I think what it was originally changed to was that you had a player had to kill it, so you couldn't kill it with lava or a suffocation thing or whatever. But I think that has been changed. So either way, we are in 1.7. So at least this will work for this version. And as we're not going to be moving on to the snapshot until they are actually come out as a version, because they are currently quite unstable, and obviously there is no Optifine for them, which is kind of needed / wanted to make the game kind of run smoother and look better. So instead, we're going to go back and we're going to do the old iron farm, because we have some villagers near. Now we need to find a place to put it. My original idea was, I think it can actually be underground. If it can't, then we'll have to see. I will test it in a spare version of this world, I think, and then go into creative and test it. But my plan for putting it underground is actually with that piston thing that I made, the piston sort of fall trap thing down here. The original plan was to have it here, you come over on these two things, drop down, and then you got your iron farm. Because then it's actually within the thing. However, I will test that on a spare world and see if that actually is true and it will work underground. If not, I will just put it above ground instead. So I'm going to test that out quickly on a spare version of the world. If it works, then we'll get to work on it here, and I'll give you some progress updates on it. And if not, we'll just do it above ground. So I'll see you once that's been tested and we start construction on the main thing for this world. See you then. Okay, so after a tiny bit of testing on a copy world, I realized how incredibly difficult it would be to make this thing, because the original plan was those two blocks would come away, that would be a sort of a move into this area that had it, and then what would be the 2x2 of the tree would be the 2x2 of the sort of collector area. Now that would mean that you'd have to clear out basically a 10x10x10 space, and you just end up wiping away the what would be the entrance, and then you would just fall into the water if it was there, and then from the water you'd fall into the lava, and then you die. So instead we're just going to do it out here. I think we're just going to place it here or here, somewhere so that we can just come out of here, go here, have a tiny bit of protection, possibly have a little like cobblestone, or maybe even better looking little chamber, and we can just sit here, pick up our stuff, and if it does get to a point where we have to kill the Iron Golems, we can modify it and we can just stay there and attack them to get the iron. So I'm going to get started on that with making it, obviously, and I will see you once I've made a tiny bit of progress, or when I've just finished it. Generally, we may also have to get rid of this lava. That might be a problem. It's also going to be extremely difficult getting those villagers over. We'll have to work that out when we get there, so I'll see you once I've made some progress with that. I am back, and I decided not to show the progress of this thing, mainly because I've already done it on the channel in the previous series. But we have 3 of these guys. We started off with these 2. This guy literally just grew up, and he's got the wonderful paper trade, 27 paper for 1 emerald. So if we ever do need a lot of emeralds, we can use him for the meantime until 1.8 comes along, at which point we need to at least have 10 in here, because they don't breed properly, or something. It says in the video description. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I've had to go as glowstone here for reasons for jack-o'-lanterns instead of glowstone, because I actually haven't found any glowstone yet. I have made a nether portal. The reason for that is I originally wanted to bring these guys up here using portals. I ended up using rails instead, which I actually spent a bit too much iron on. I pretty much used like 60 iron, which left me with 3, so I had to go mining for a bit to get a bit more. So we have like 2.5 stacks of rails. Yeah, we got these guys, and you may be able to notice my XP bar is nothing. I had like 33 levels, and also I said I've got a nether portal. I don't have a diamond pick, and also I'm missing this. How is this possible? I was basically mining over there. I was chopping wood down over there, the trees, because I was too lazy to grow stuff, and also I don't actually have any bone meal left, and I fell into there was like a pothole sort of thing with lava in it. Not like this is obvious, it was just like one tiny stream of lava with 1 block, and I fell into that. I fell into that and I died, pretty much. But yeah, that's that. I was actually quite lucky with the overall nether portal placement. It actually came out pretty much directly where the coordinates were divided by 8. I think it doesn't matter in single player, possibly. Actually, no, I think it does matter in single player. But either way, it came out at pretty much the same place. However, I did move it due to me wanting it to be in the exact same place and making sure it would never muck up. But yeah, I actually made it in a place which I don't remember mining out the sort of space, so I think it was already there. But it was a pretty well done place. It's over here. It was just this place. So if we go through here, we will be able to see our wonderful nether. Actually, if I can find any glowstone, that'll be actually quite nice. But yeah, it started up like here, and I just decided to put it down there to make sure I would never, ever sort of mess up, or at least as long as that system is a thing, and it's just loading in the nether. I actually didn't go out anywhere in the nether. I literally just, I thought halfway through going into the nether, thought, it's probably a better idea for me to, hello, pigman. I thought it was just probably a better idea for me to instead, oh, glowstone, that's brilliant. I just thought it would be a better idea to use rails, and I did, and used the majority of my glowstone, my iron on it. So we have like 2 iron left, because I had to go mining for a bit of it. I used like 60 iron on rails, and then realized, because I accidentally shift clicked, and then I realized I'm an idiot and I had to go mining for more. But yeah, this seems like an okay place. As long as we can find another fortress, it'll be fine and dandy, especially for using potions at a later point. But yeah, we've got 42 glowstone dust. That should be good for 10. I think we'll do 10 and then have 2 remaining. Simple maths. Yay. But yeah, that's done. Now we just need to wait for those guys to, I thought I saw a group, for those guys to grow up. I don't know if I said this, but due to 1.8 changes, again, we're not in 1.8 yet, but when we get to it, we need to have 10 villagers by that time, otherwise it will not work, because they don't they don't breed as they normally used to. So, yeah, we just sort of have to have 10 in there ready, and at which point the golems will spawn. And even if it doesn't fully work in 1.8, because they said it works, but it works in a way that's not worth working, sort of thing. Like, you know, it's not just trying to check if all this set up properly. It works in a way that it's sort of worthless to have. Even if we can just sort of build up a reserve now, it will be quite useful. So I'm actually going to stop this episode now. I'm going to wait for these guys to grow up and breed and grow up until we have 10. I think we can have 14 in total in this place. And I'm also going to get on with making some place for sugarcane to grow. And maybe set up some chickens, a chicken pen with some hoppers when we get some more iron. Because we need to make pumpkin pies, because they're quite good. And I kind of want to make some of them. And we got pumpkins that grow, we've got sugarcane that grows, we've got eggs which don't, they hatch. So yeah, I've currently got these 2 here, and this 8 wheat that we're getting each time. So that's all we've got for that. But yeah, thanks for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully that does get working fairly soon and doesn't get completely redundant in 1.8, and then we can work on this thing, which is probably in the end not worth it, but you know. Oh yeah, I also filled these up with chests, because trees and chests. Cool. Yeah, see you next time.